Hello, it's Liz here with Stampin' on the Rock. Today I'm going to share something a little bit differently. It's not going to be a card, but I'm going to share a banner with you. Banners are just fun. It's a fun way to decorate your windows for the different seasons, or maybe for a birthday or a graduation or something like that. If you've been in my stamp room, you've seen on occasion I put banners up on my windows for different seasons. In my living room over the last month and a half or so, I've had some Valentine heart banner up on my front window. So I decided it's time, since we're now like mid-March or getting close toward the end of March maybe, that it's time to take the hearts down and change to something else, so something spring and summer. So I'm going to get started here. I'm going to be using the paper pack Delightful Floral. I actually do not even have much left of it. This is like what I have left. But Delightful Floral, and then I have a few little scrap pieces here. But I'll be using that Delightful Floral. I will be using some cardstock pieces that are in that color palette. So I have Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, and Lemon Lime Twist, I think. No, or Parakeet Party. Parakeet Party. This is Parakeet Party. So Berry Burst, Calypso Coral, and Parakeet Party. The exact size of the cardstock doesn't really matter because I'm going to be cutting it out. So those are just my pieces. Let's see, what else am I going to be using? Ink. I'll be using Pretty Peacock ink, Calypso Coral, and Berry Burst. All right, so let me put those up here. The stamp set I'll be using is Translucent Florals, along with the dies that coordinate with that, which are translucent floral dies. Okay. And then I will also be using the Decorative Circle, decorative label punch, and some Calypso Coral twine. Okay. All right. So first thing I'll be doing is I took the pieces of paper. I took various pieces of paper from that paper pack, from the, what is it called? Delightful Floral. Okay. These pieces are 1.5 by 6 inches. And that part, you can make them wider if you want. 6 inches, if you want to make it longer, you can do it 8 inches. But you'll get the idea when you see the end product. But these pieces that I did a whole bunch of them. I'm just going to show you how I did it, and then I'll show you my finished product. So these pieces here are 1.5 by 6 inches, okay? And then I'm just folding them in half. Okay, and some I'm going to leave on the flower side, and some I'm going to have the solid side being shown. Okay. So these are going to be my banner pieces. I'm taking the decorative label circle punch, and normally we would do the whole thing. I'm going to take, this is the open end, okay? I'm going to take that and I'm sliding it in just the very edge of it, and I'm going to put it right here. Don't worry about it being exact, but I'm just going to slide that in, hold it there, and I'm going to punch. Okay, let's do the same thing with this other one. It might be easier if you just set it down. Slide those in, just the edge. Okay, slide that in, and I'm going to punch. And then look at this. Look at that nice edge. You get that little rounded, fun little edge there. And that's the ends of my banners. Okay? All right. So if you need to, you can go back and rewind that section and see what I did for that again. But that's going to be those will be my main banner pieces. All right. Now I'm going to grab these pieces here that I have. And on this Pretty Peacock, or this Parakeet Party, I'm going to use Pretty Peacock. That's a lot of P's in there. Pretty Peacock. And I'm going to use the leaf stamp. And tap, tap, tap. Let's rotate so I can get more on here. Press down. Press back up. Pull back up. Tap, tap, tap. Now look at the difference. Now I inked that. This is pretty juicy ink pad. I inked that, stamped it. Look at, turn over on this side. There's not one bit of ink on the clear block. Okay, so just if you're getting ink all over the block, it just means you're pressing way too hard and getting too much ink on there. So just tap, 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 press down. All right, so there are those pieces. I'm going to close that one up. I'm going to use the flower stamp. And let's do the Calypso Coral first. I'm using Calypso Coral ink on Calypso Coral cardstock. And I realized I didn't put my extra light in here. Let's see if this helps out at all. Let's add a little extra light to the scene. There we go. I think that's better, right? There we go. Sorry about that, guys. All right, Calypso Coral onto Calypso Coral cardstock. Straight down, tap, tap, straight down. Okay, and that's Calypso Coral ink right on the Calypso Coral cardstock. I'm going to set that aside. Let me clean off this stamp a minute. Okay. Now I'm going to be using Berry Burst ink on Berry Burst cardstock. Straight down, straight back up, tap, tap, tap. Straight down, straight back up. Okay, you get the idea of that. All right. Then what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to take the die cut pieces and I'll put it through, because I'm doing two different dies, I could do them at the same time. Okay, I can lay this on here and I can lay this on here. It's a little too wide, so we'll just do this. Let's do this. You can cut that down, okay? So then you can cut two of them at the same time so you're not cranking through as often. All right, I'm going to put that there. If you do not have a cut and emboss machine yet, I really, 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 really advise you to get that now. There's a new catalog coming soon, and with every catalog, there's a little bit of some price increases, so, you know, why wait? If you don't have a cut and emboss machine now would be a great time to go ahead and purchase that. Okay, so I'm going to lay that right on top of there. And then this piece would go on top. And then we're going to crank that right through the cut and emboss machine, okay? So just pretend I did that already. We're going to pull that aside. And then I'm just going to show you how I put the banner together. So here's my Calypso Coral twine. All right, so I already have some of these pieces cut out. And I have these here. So I have a whole bunch of these, and what I would normally do is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. So what I would do is, first off, I took my twine and I measured out your window. I'm not going to give you the exact measurement because your window might be different than mine. So go as long as your window is, and then add like an extra like 8 inches or so, because you need to be able to attach it at the end, and you kind of want it to hang down a little bit, okay? So I kind of started with the middle so that you don't end up with a piece all the way at the end and maybe not enough. So I'm folding this in half and I get just an approximate, this is my middle, all right? So I want to start a piece right there in the middle, and that's where I go from there. So I'm using the liquid glue, and I'm putting a little bit of liquid glue right in the crease and then some down here, and I'm going to actually adhere the twine right in there into the glue. We're going to press that down. And then just don't get yourself too particular about where exactly all your pieces are. But I kind of did like not two flower pieces next to each other, unless they're a totally different pattern, that's fine. So I'm going to take my next one here, and I'm leaving just a little bit of space, maybe an inch, inch and a half. And again, this is just supposed to be fun, whimsical, so it doesn't have to be exactly even. And then I'm going to fold this down on itself. And just hold that for a second. All right. And let's do this one over here. And again, I'm leaving about an inch, inch and a half between each banner piece. Banners are fun for all sorts of things. Like I said, just for the season, you can change at your house. There's some graduations coming up. Maybe you have a summer birthday, maybe something for Mother's Day. Maybe you could do one for Easter. That would be fun. I'm sure you've got designer series paper, so pull that out. And if you don't, I can help you with that. But I'm sure you've got some things. So this is, again, the pieces that I did are 1.5 by 6 inches, but that can change. If you want it to be a longer banner, then do 1.5 by 8 inches, and that's fine too. Okay. So I'm not going to finish the whole thing at the moment, but you get the idea. So that's what I'm doing there. And then I took these pieces, and you don't even have to put one on every single banner, but I'm just putting a little bit of adhesive on the back. And I'm going to take that one. I'm going to put one down low. Maybe I'll just leave that one the way it is. And then I'll take this one and put this one up a little higher, or twist it off to the side. Okay, so you get the idea. If you have a Wink of Stella, you could put a little bit of Wink of Stella on there, make it sparkle. I know Wink of Stella is not available to order at the moment. It is coming back, but probably not until May, but it is not gone forever. But you cannot order at the moment, which is a bummer. But Wink of Stella will be great on there if you have that already. If you don't know what Wink of Stella is, it's a great way to add a little glitz and glimmer without having a mess. So that's the banner, but I'm going to pull it aside at the moment and just show you the finished one. I just wanted to show you how I did that. And let me show you my finished one. This is going to go up in my office. And here we go. Okay, so that's my finished banner, and I did some of the leaf ones in here. There's some flowers. Some of them don't have anything on them, and that's okay. And then I'm going to tie this up on either ends of my window and hang that. And the nice thing about this is that because we folded the piece in half, like this piece in half, it will show inside your house and on the outside of the window too, because that's the part that's showing inside my house. But this is what's going to show on the outside. So if you wanted to, you could go ahead and add some of these flowers back here too, if you want it to be seen from the outside of your house also. So anyway, that is the banner. So give it a try if you haven't done a banner before. It's fun. So, and it's relaxing, it's enjoyable, something a little different than a card sometimes, which is nice to do also. So that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Bye-bye.